How silly is that? And we talking about practice.
Dark Road.
Just believe that I'm top 3. The only thing is I'm not 2 and I'm not 3. Put me anywhere of and they wonder it's not me. It's beef, we strut a nigga block, that's chopped cheese. No peace, the butterfly sting 'em, that's Ali. You reach, I teach you with the handle, that's Kyrie. Machines, you hook like a Roman, that's IV. You a sheep, I'm a go, it's a difference, so watch me. You weak, all hooks, no punches, so block these. They mock me, I just show 'em how it goes. Try to stomach this thug life. They ring got the nose, bandana on the grip. All heads coming out the foe, connected from Cali to New York, nigga, so let it go. Made for this, nigga, I eat bars and drink flows, thinking you woke into your third eye peephole. Line for line, this shit too easy, it's like a free throw. Mastered the game too early, this bitch a cheat code. It ain't a game, these niggas lame, they bring a shame. If I'm with an officer, it's a number in his name. We ain't the same, you want the easy pass, tell him change his lane. Shit, I've been through the fire, you can't stand the rain, take an aim. Tell him runner, he can try his best. Drive a car named after me, that's why I'm in the vet. Laugh at these niggas once again and I ain't break a sweat. Number 1 at everything I do, that's why I'm one west. The Lord is not the God of the dead, so when I die, coming back for my spot, so forever I'm top 3. Just tell him to watch this janitor with the mop stick. You gon' need a defensive lineman to block this. On point when I bomb shit, take the 10 out, do not miss. I'm barking with a full bulldog and it's not lit. They can see that my mind's sick, I don't fight, I fight.
Get the breakdown, treat it going like a K9. I'm about to live my lifestyle. Say piped up, tell them pipe down. These niggas got a pipe dream. Baby girl, it's sweet as ice cream, and I need you better believe it. Sit back, lick my cheeks. Wear your champagne to me. Competition ain't free. I'm about to take them to the tree. They gon' get started to press. Keep it started to press. Yeah, the penny, and I'm not impressed. I have them holding checks. Like he having heart attacks. Told them I'm hard to death. I know what I'm seeing, but they don't believe it. Nigga, them so much shit. Where would it go? Nigga, them you. We in the feet, you better believe it. Fuck me, nigga. I'm getting you. Trying to line up. Like a wild one. Prepare for the fallout. One way side, what you talking about? Me and my nigga about to ball out. Me and my nigga about to bow out. Tell them wake up to the fallout. I'm on my job, can't call out. I'm in the wind when they all out. Don't give a damn about the track, regular lose, nigga. You about to lose today. Nigga got moves to make. You can even move, but you can get moved away. Choose your fate. Most of these fools they fake. Ain't got a card to play. Nigga ain't hard to break. You get dogs today. Like the brother Sean told the hard way. Nigga wait out of your league. Please believe me. But it don't lie, got all eyes on me. Give a damn what they talking about. Got slowly ride with me. And you know I'm lethal. Got my reap. And I'm gon' get it. Yeah. See, they ain't gon' believe it. See, when they know that. So the world can't go there. Ain't your power, I don't know that. Bitch around and take a toe there. Put it up, you know good to go. Get the ball, you know good as go. It won't smoke, I'm a bitch nigga in my bedroom doing the Tootsie Roll. Big dog, niggas, I'm trying. This is my time. Where the line, where the line. Nigga, my flow in the pie. I know it's gone because I know it's gone because everything focused. In the group, I be the soldier, you see my loaded. The feeling sound like shoulder, my spirit, you go to me, holding me high, man. When you do so, when I go on my shoulder, and I see my shoulder, and then I'm black, oh, black. Keep speeding flat. You grip it, real. Fucking leader, I don't feel it. Tell the God, I don't feel it. And got the job by the killer, way. Hold on, let me get the rhythm. Okay, I got it, I'm ready. You crossing like he gon' regret it. I'm steady. Hold me, keep it going steady. You better believe. Certified, one west side, it ain't hard to tell. It's hard to say. These people racing, nigga, better watch yourself. We eat these reps, taking me blue faces like a document. And like it's so hard to fit. Drop when you gotta guard yourself. You know how to keep it, they try to come get me, I'm squeezing, you better believe. Got all eyes on me. Let's go. Give a damn what they talking about.
like.
It probably settled down.
Testing 1 2 3. Testing 1 2 3. If y'all could give me a one in the chat or something, let me know that we live or whatever. Real quick, we're gonna run through it. The ISUPK Delaware Tuesday night brotherhood and sisterhood class where we teach brotherhood and sisterhood. Can y'all hear it like on the online? Hold on, let me go to my comments. All right, shout out to Nizam. Yahweh Shemal Thumb Bashim, Yahweh shout out to you. Barak Wanah, all right, shalom sis, Yahweh Shemal Thumb Bashim, Yahweh shout out to you. Terry Turner, shalom, Lord Christ. Amawan, Kaga War, shalom, Lord of Christ to you. You know what I'm saying? Shout out to all of y'all. If y'all could do me a favor, Jayla Brown, shout out to you. Shreveport, checking in. Big shouts out to all of y'all. If y'all could smash the like button, you know what I'm saying? And then also, if you could share the feed, and that helps it get out there so more people can see it. You know, it don't cost anything, especially if we all in the school, we can all support each other and we can get this word out, you know, because really at the end of the day, that's what the name of the game is, right? So, also, I want to give a shout out to the Houston brothers down there in Houston, the barbecue in Houston. It was dope. Also, Commander General Yohana did a lecture down there on World War III. If y'all haven't seen that lecture, the best thing that you should do is go back and watch the lecture. And then after you finish, well, before you watch the lecture, share it. And then watch the lecture, you know what I mean? And then share it into the groups that you have, Instagram, wherever it is, because we have to get this truth out. And that's ultimately what the main goal is, all right? So one of the things that I wanted to go into was, fighting your demons, right? We've all heard those things before, fighting your demons and how, the biggest thing that you have to fight in this truth is yourself, right? Now, I was down there and, I was talking to, and I always like when I go down to Texas because I get to talk to like Captain Yatazak, you know what I'm saying? And we get to, talk all night, you know what I mean, about the truth, the scriptures. Every time I talk to him, I always get other understandings, more understanding, I would say, of the scriptures. I talked to Captain Kahan, I get more understanding of the scriptures. You know what I mean? I had a great time down there. I was able to, really talk to Captain Mawa Quad, sit down and talk to Captain Tazariak, all the mighty men, above me that, that I'm able to go to and get more understanding on the scriptures, than what I had before. And if any brother in here knows that, you don't, in this truth, you don't get it all on the first day. You get it, throughout the time in the truth, you get more understanding on the scriptures. And, I'm pretty sure any brother who's been in here, any sister that's been in here for some time, you can attest to that, all right? So the first thing that I wanted to talk about was a topic that Captain Yatazak was teaching on, right? And I wanted to go into it more, because we was actually talking about this very topic when I was down there, and I just wanted to reiterate on the topic some more, and just go into it to just give us the brothers and sisters that's watching more understanding. Like when we was in the lecture, Commander General Yohana told us how to fight and how we should fight in this time that we're living in, being as though, World War III is on the brink. You got so many brothers and sisters falling out the truth, and not standing fast to what they was taught and standing on what they was on the foundation that they was built up on. You know what I'm saying? But at the end of the day, Commander General Yohana taught us how to fight. But the one thing that we don't want to fight, because when you think about it, right, we fight everything. We fight, our parents. We fight, the the pastor, the person at the job. You know, we fight the court system. We fight everything in our lives. But the one thing that we don't want to fight is ourselves, right? Because that's because ultimately at the end of the day, when nobody else is around and it's just you and you look into the mirror, that's the person that you have to fight the most. All right. So what I want to do is I want to pull, I want to go to 1 Samuel chapter 17, right? And 17, and we can start at 4. Because let me see, what's that? First Samuel 17 and 4. Now, this was this was a let me see, 14. Let me get there real quick. No, 17 and 4. Salakia. 17 and 4. Oh yeah, Kohal, you got the mic?
So you want me to read it now?
Yeah.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 4.
You just said that? Hold on 1 second.
Count out one concert.
What's it? What's that? Oh, okay. Okay. All right, no sweat. All right, you got it. You got it, priest.
Count out one con. The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 4. And there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines, named Goliath.
Name who?
Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span.
Right. That's how big the demon is that's in front of you. Right. That's how big the demon is that you're not willing to fight. You know what I'm saying? And that's this is very, very, interesting twist. You know what I'm saying? When I was talking to Captain Yadizak, you know what I'm saying? Oh, the camera jacked up? Oh, Salakia. Oh man, I gotta hold on, Salakia. Hold on, y'all. Give me a second. Damn. Damn. Man, this thing is crazy. It's not that sensitive when you want it to work. All right. But go ahead. All right, no sweat. Go ahead and start from 4 again, please.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 4. And there went out a champion out of the camp of the Philistines, named Goliath of Gath, whose height was 6 cubits and a span.
Right. That's how big our demons are. Now, when Cat broke this down, I was just like, man, this is actually really how it is. It's like that demon that you dealing with, that demon that you're not willing to fight in the truth, right? That demon that's holding you back. That's the thing that you got to be willing to fight, right? Read on.
Verse 5. And he had an helmet of brass upon his head, and he was armed with a coat of mail, and the weight of the coat was 5,000 shekels of brass, and he had greaves of brass upon his legs.
Right, that's how strong that demon is that you dealing with. That demon, think of Goliath. You know what I mean? Think that's the demon that you dealing with. You know what I'm saying? But that's the demon that you have to fight. Right? Go ahead, skip me down to. Keep reading. Go ahead. Keep reading. Salakia.
And a target of brass between his shoulders. Verse 7.
Hold on. Matter of fact, go. Skip down to 8, just for time's sake.
Verse 8. And he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel, and said unto them, why are ye come out to set your battle in array?
What's that mean? Like when you set your battle in array?
Salaki, if I could. Does that mean when they're setting everything up to go to war?
Right, like you like battle formation, right? Keep going.
Am not I a Philistine, and ye servants to Saul? Choose you a man for you, and let him come down to me.
Right. So this is Goliath, and he's standing in the way. You know what I'm saying? And he's out there because he's, wants to go to war with anybody who's willing to fight him on the side of Israel, right? Because this person is, super tall, he's mean, can fight, all of that good stuff, and he's setting this stuff out there, and he's putting out the challenge to Israel. Go ahead.
Verse 9, if he be able to fight with me and to kill me, then will be your Salakia, then will we be your servants. But if I prevail against him and kill him, then shall ye be our servants and serve us. Verse 10.
No, wait a minute. You verse.
That was verse 9.
Take me up to verse 8. Salakia, I think that you went kind of fast, but
kind of out of one concert. And he stood and cried unto the armies of Israel and said unto them, why are ye come out to set your battle in array? Am not I a Philistine and ye servants to Saul?
Right, because he said it like it meant something, right? And he's saying like, you coming to fight me knowing who I am, right? Keep going.
Choose you a man for you and let him come down to me. Right,
so this is now, whoever you can't beat, what David understood is you can't beat Goliath if you're not willing to fight. And that's how our demons are. You're not going to win against them if you're not willing to fight, right? Because so many of our brothers and sisters, they don't want to fight demons. They think they want to fight, but they really don't.
Right.
Everybody want it easy, and the truth ain't easy. Right? Those are the things that you're going to have to fight amongst yourself when nobody else is around. When you take your headpiece off, you know what I'm saying? When you're not sitting around the brothers or the sisters sitting around the other sisters, you know what I'm saying? When it's just you, that's what you're going to have to fight. You. And so many of us don't want to fight our own self, but we will fight everything else. Right. All right? Now, we could go, it's easy to go on the street corner and fight against the oppressor. It's easy to fight against, people that come up against the truth. But ultimately, the hardest thing that you will ever do is fight against yourself. All right? Keep reading.
Verse 9. If he be able to fight with me and to kill me.
Hold on, matter of fact, go down to 11. Slacky, I'm just skipping around just for time.
Out of one concert.
Go down to 11. Verse 11.
Verse 11. When Saul and all Israel heard those words of the Philistine, they were dismayed and greatly afraid.
Right, they were afraid because and when you see this demon that you're dealing with, you're afraid too. You're afraid to fight that demon because what comes out of that out of you fighting demons? Change. And so many people don't want to change. They claim they want to change, but they really don't. You know what I'm saying? Like there's demons like even around the holidays. There's a demon right now telling you to go out and deck the halls, right? And how many of us are going to fall to that demon because you just want to be a part of something? Y'all remember that movie In Too Deep? Right. Remember that? And remember when they were in the car together, LL Cool J and Omar Epps, and he was like, Black people want to feel like they are a part of something. Like this is why, he was explaining to him why Black people are like help him with his business. You know what I'm saying? Like as far as letting him sell their drugs out of their house and things like that. And he said it, Black people want to feel like they are a part of something. And whatever it be, whether it be voting, whether it be, inclusion, whether it be committees that we sit on, the holidays, whatever it is, we want to feel like we are a part of something instead of, dealing with each other and being a part of this nation that the Lord gave us. You know what I'm saying? And doing what we're supposed to do, accordingly. But we're not willing to fight those demons. It's just so easy to run away from that. I mean, when you think about it, right, we'll fight each other with no sweat. A brother pull a gun out and kill you with no problem, no hesitation, right? Now, and then get caught and have all the respect for the devil. Oh, y'all watch First 48? Them interrogation tapes? Look, a brother was on. We was watching it. It was like a brother was on. As soon as he got locked up, he was telling. Soon as the cops are like, "Man, we got to take you down to the station." You're like, "Look, I know who got guns. I know who this and that." It's like, man, you know what I'm saying? It's like we'll fight each other so easy. Sisters will get online and fight each other so easy. Social media wars so easy. We'll destroy each other so easy. Somebody take you away from your son or your daughter with no hesitation, right? But when it comes to fighting yourself, you can't fight that fight. That fight is too hard for you to fight. And this is why it's important that we learn how to fight our demons and fight ourselves, right? Keep reading.
Verse 12. Now David was the son of that Ephraim.
Hold on. Was the son of that Ethrazite. Skip up to 20. This whole story is about, when David and Goliath fought. All right, go ahead. Verse 20. Skip up to 20.
Verse 20. And David rose up early in the morning and left the sheep with a keeper and took and went as Jesse had commanded him. And he came to the trench as the host was going forth to the fight.
Right, because remember, so what's going on right now is, everything's going on. Goliath said what he said, and now, you got people going out. But then also remember, King David had the same spirit as the brothers that's in the truth have, right? And that's the spirit that's not afraid to fight. The brothers that are in the truth now, the sisters that are in the truth now have shown that they are not afraid to fight, right? But guess who is afraid to fight? Your auntie, your mom, your dad, you know what I mean? What Christ say? That a man's foes shall be them of his own household. It was when Cat was breaking this down, it just opened up my eyes to a whole new way of thinking about it, right? And really understanding that demon that you have to fight, right? Those demons that you have that you're not willing to fight. A lot of people, man, you go to counsel and you get all the counsel in the world and then go do what you want to do. You get my point? That's a demon. Like you'll get counsel, right? Your demon will be anger, right? You'll get counsel on anger. And someone will sit on the phone with you for 3 hours giving you good information on how to deal with your anger. And what's the first thing you're going to do as soon as you get angry? Forget about all the counsel that you just had. Waste all the time of the brother that had to sit on the phone, the general who had to sit on the phone and give you good counsel. Soon as a sister call. Hey, I need counsel because blah blah blah. Whatever the reason is, you get right off the phone and do what you want to do, because the biggest fight is you. You're the biggest fight that you're ever going to have to fight in the truth, and that's just the fight that ain't nobody willing to fight. That's a fight that'll stick around, and that'll be the thorn in your side, right? And I know we hear that, with the scriptures and how Paul had a thorn in his side or whatever, the thing that he was dealing with, the thing that the Lord was using to keep him in check. But how about if we fight that thing? How about if we fight that thing and we fight to overcome that thing that could be holding you back? You get my point? Like, how about we try to fight that thing? How about we put the things that was taught to us to work? How about that? And then we actually really do it. And we actually really take in the counsel that we get. And we actually don't waste the brothers and sisters' time. Right? How about we do that? But that's a fight that nobody really want to fight, because that fight is far too hard. Right? It's easier to go at everybody else and talk about how everybody else is just not doing what they're supposed to be doing. But really the issue is you. Right? Let's go. Let's keep reading.
And he came to the trench as the host was going forth to the fight and shouted for the battle. Verse 21.
Yeah, go ahead.
For Israel and the Philistines had put the battle in array, army against army.
Right, so this is the battle formation. They about to go to war, right? And they about to have this fight, right? Let's skip down to 25.
Verse 25.
Mm-hmm.
And the men of Israel said, have ye seen this man that is come up? Surely to defy Israel is he come up. And it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches.
Right. And when Cap broke this down, right, it was so heavy. That's what'll happen if we kill our old man, right? The Lord will give us riches, right? If they kill, whoever kills Goliath is going to get great riches from the king.
Right.
Ain't that what Christ said to us? If you're willing to kill that old man and become a new man, then you can get the riches that's promised. Ain't that what Christ said when he said, in my Father's house are many mansions? Meaning that it's a good life. You get my point? And the treasure that we will get if we decided to kill that old man, but so many of us can't kill that old man. We don't want to because that fight is too hard. And I'm going to keep on bringing it back. You know what I'm saying? And it said, read it one more time.
Verse 25. And the men of Israel said, have ye seen this man that is come up? Surely to defy Israel is he come up. And it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches.
Right. So if you think about it like this, right? If you don't stand up against the thing that you're fighting, then there's no way that you're going to be able to get past it. You will always be the Salakia brother. You'll always be the Salakia sister. You know, every time you make a mistake, it'll just be Salakia all the damn time. But sometimes, you know, you got to work on yourself so that you don't have to be that brother or have to be that sister. Sometimes you're just going to have to fight and get it together. You know, I mean, come on now. We're doing this. We're in this for years, right? And we got to fight, but we can't just, you know, stay the same forever, you know, because it's gonna stagnate your growth, right? And that's what you always want to do. And the truth is, you want to grow, right? You don't want to remain the same. So you're gonna have to fight that thing that's stopping you from progressing, right? Let's go.
And it shall be that the man who killeth him, the king will enrich him with great riches.
Right. When you kill Goliath, when you kill that Goliath demon, you know what I'm saying? That's in the way. When you kill that demon, then you'll get the riches. Right? Let's skip down to 28.
Verse 28. And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spake unto the men. Mm-hmm. And Eliab's anger was kindled against David.
Mm-hmm. Why? Because, read it one more time.
The whole thing, sir?
Yeah, from 28.
And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spake unto the men. And Eliab's anger was kindled against David.
Right, because he like, look, why ain't nobody going out there to go fight this dude? You know what I mean? Like, what y'all sitting around afraid for? Somebody got to go and fight him, right? And that's how you got to look at it, right? With the truth. You have to trust in the Lord and not the things that are just right in front of you. You know what I'm saying? Like, a lot of brothers, you know, a lot of people are afraid to go to camp. Not the fake Israelite groups. Well, not the fake camps. I'm talking about them ones who don't ever go to camp. Right. But they always want to critique brothers that go to camp. Like, what? You afraid, you don't even go to camp. But you know why you don't go to camp? Because you afraid to go to camp. You afraid to fight Goliath. You want to sit behind a damn computer and try to critique. You sound like a football fan. You sound like brothers be talking about what they say about LeBron James is a bum, and he'll beat you every time you get on the court. But this brother is, 300 pounds. Talk about LeBron is a bum. No, maybe you a bum. No, you're the bum. They be like, oh, he's a bum. You a bum. I guarantee you, if you get on the court anytime with LeBron James, he's gonna beat you every single time. But he's the bum. because he's willing, but he actually goes out there and fight every night when he goes, and play, right? And this is how we have to be. You know what I'm saying? You can't be afraid to go and fight. That's like, that's my thing, man. Like even the fake Israelite groups is better than the Israelite groups that don't go out. You know what I mean? Because at least they're trying to have some form of organization. They're trying to do something. They're still better than the nigga that don't do nothing. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead. Verse 28.
And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spake unto the men. And Eliab's anger was kindled against David. And he said, why camest thou down hither? And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know thy pride and the naughtiness of thine heart, for thou art come down that thou might see the battle.
See, David's brother was mad at him because he was afraid to fight. You know what I'm saying? Like your family is gonna be mad at you because you decided to not eat pork. You decided to give up the holidays because they're afraid to fight that demon that's standing in the way of them progressing. And that's where you're really gonna get people in the truth will hate you because you decide to do what the Bible said. and then they'll nitpick too. They'll nitpick. It's like, look, see, look, y'all don't got y'all got mixed fabrics. Like, damn, you know what I mean? Like, okay, to me, the truth is hardcore. You know what I'm saying? Like, to me, that's why I'm in UPK, because I wanted the hard, raw truth. Like, I like the like the masculinity in it. I like the militancy in it. I like the extremism in it. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not going to get the kingdom by being holier than thou. See, we just, brother, we all got to see, we don't got to see. That don't that sound like Farrakhan? Like, brothers, we have to all come together. Like, brother, have they seen the black people that's out there today? Look, let me tell you something about the black people that's out there today. You know, when I was younger, this is how we used to steal, and then make it look like you don't got nothing, right? And then you still get caught at the door. They walk in the store now with a trash bag and just walk down the aisle and just start taking everything and just filling up the trash bag, and then run out with the trash bag, fall, right? Pick up, get up, and then pick the stuff up off the floor that fell all over across the floor, and then keep on running. We're not dealing with Martin Luther King days. You know, these young cats is far past that. When these cats come out, when these brothers come up to you in camp, these Palestinians that come up to you at camp, they're not coming up trying to hear that yak about we all got to come together and be nice. What? They like, get out of here. You with the Israelis. So how are you going to match that aggression if you just a punk? Or a coward? Let me get that definition of coward real quick. Somebody give me a definition of coward. I want to be so damn nice.
Salakia, one moment. All right. The definition of coward: a person who lacks the courage to do or endure dangerous or unpleasant things.
Say that one more time.
A person who lacks the courage to do or endure dangerous or unpleasant things.
Right. And what's the unpleasant thing? Like, being a coward isn't necessarily just because, you're not scared to fight. You know what I'm saying? But it comes with the understanding that, a coward is a person that doesn't, say it one more time.
Oh, Salakia. A person who lacks the courage to do or endure dangerous or unpleasant things.
Unpleasant thing. It's an unpleasant thing to leave out the world and not have to celebrate Christmas. And maybe you'll have money for a year. You know what I'm saying? Like, think about that. Maybe you'll have money if you just. I mean, those brats that you have in the house been bad all year. Like, if we're gonna go with the narrative that they have to be nice. If Santa Claus knows if you've been naughty or nice, you've been getting suspended from school. You got held back. You know what I'm saying? You got held back. They tell you to spell, cat and you spell dog. The kid is spelling dog. You know what I mean? You've been bad. But guess what? You're still gonna get an iPad. A 3-year-old with an iPad. And then they break it, and then they just break it, and that's where we gotta get out of that mindset, man. We going back into 2024, and what Commander John Yohana did was he taught us how to survive, right? How to survive in these times, and we're not gonna be able to survive unless we get aggressive. You're gonna have to get aggressive. You can't be, thinking that the world is aggressive and you're not going to be aggressive, then you're going to fall behind. You know what Commander Jimmy Yohana said? The gas now is what? How much is gas? A gallon. Oh, you don't know. You got a Tesla. Damn, my bad. Damn.
309, sir.
About 309. Commander Jimmy Yohana said it's going to go up to like $6. A loaf of bread is what, $3? It's going up to $6. You get my point? And so the only way that we're gonna be able to survive through that time is through brotherhood and sisterhood, right, and not being weak. We have those high holy days to get you in shape, right? The Day of Atonement is there to get you in shape. It's brothers that can't. A brother will say, you don't eat one meal and you say, man, I'm starving. You ain't really starving. You know what I'm saying? The Day of Atonement gets you ready for that. Because when the time comes, we might not be able to eat for 3 days. You know what I'm saying? You might not be able to go and get, something to eat from the store. This ain't always going to be promised or, something that is always going to be here. Right? Let's read on. But David's brother was mad because he was afraid. Go ahead.
Salaki, if I could.
Mm-hmm.
This story reminds me of when I was a kid, and I was the older brother in the situation, and my sister, she used to, not be afraid of a lot of things, and one of the things was the ocean. And I remember the waves was crashing, and she ran right towards it, jumped in, and I just stood at the shore and wouldn't go in. And I remember being mad at her because I was probably like 8, she's probably like 7. I remember being mad and trying to make up scenarios in my head like, oh, she's just too stupid to know the danger. But really, I was just scared of the water.
Right.
That's what that reminds me of.
Right, exactly. And but how I'm flipping it is like, you're absolutely right. And it's so heavy because, the way that we flipping it is like, that's how the world is. People get mad at you because you're in the truth. Your mom is mad at you. That's she don't want to make it seem like that. You know what I mean? She'll throw it on. It's a cult. But it's a cult that we're in, right? But you putting a tree up in the house and putting electric around it, and then the house burned down, or you don't have the money. Your bills is past due. You got a red. What's that? What's the red letter? The orange. It comes orange. That's the one where they tell you it's about to get cut off any day. We say, but you're still going to try to keep up and try to celebrate Christmas. Now, all these Christians, and this is why we bang on Christianity so hard, because all these Christians and everybody just so God-fearing is just, was dressed up on Halloween. Like, come on now. Now, some of these people was in their 40s. Now, I remember I think I told Mataza Pa, I never saw my mom with a costume on, ever. I've never seen my mom with a Halloween costume on. I've never seen my stepdad, my uncles, my aunts, nobody. Have y'all? Because they didn't do that. Like when you got to a certain age, it's like, it's time to just let it go. Huh? Right, because it's time to let it go. You 40-something years old, you seeing these cats on social media dressed up like witches and ghouls and goblins. You want to see witches and ghouls and goblins? Just look around the neighborhood. They're all over the place. Demons, goons, goblins, all that. Right in the black neighborhood. You ain't gotta go nowhere. It's right there. You ain't got to go nowhere. You ain't got to dress up like that. Right? And they'll go out and do that. But us, the brothers in the truth, the sisters in the truth, chose to fight. And we're not mad at our brothers because they don't choose to fight, because sometimes brothers are just not, they're just weak. Some sisters are just too weak for this. You know what I'm saying? Like, you think that the kingdom of heaven is going to get given to you because you a commandment keeper? Hey, look, you in the house ain't doing nothing, but you in your mind, you like, I'm just gonna keep the commandments and stay in the house. What? You must have not heard of the man that had 1 talent, 2 talents, 3 talents, 4 talents. That brother or that sister got that 1 talent and dug it in the ground. And how else are you going to increase unless you go outside? How else are you going to increase? You can't increase sitting in the house. You can't increase being on social media. Right? Go ahead, Matalapa.
They say remember the people that didn't follow Mattathias, they died. You know what I mean? Because of that reason.
Mm-hmm. You got Israel, man. I mean, no lie, man. You got Israel on the Sabbath, laying in the house looking at the ceiling all day. So if the fight does come on Saturday, we ain't gonna have the whole nation there. The whole nation ain't gonna be there. You know what I'm saying? They just gonna choose death. Well, I'm not choosing death. I'm trying to go fight. Why not? Why not have a fighting chance? At least, you gonna lay down and just go ahead and just get the sword? They just gonna just kill you on the bed. Go ahead, Matalapa.
We ain't gonna be able to fight because they're gonna be like, we can't kindle a fire. Your gun emits fire from the front of it. Little bomb or something. You can't do no fighting because
come on, man. we moving like Commander General Yohana, man, was breaking down in the lecture, man. We moving into times where you gotta be around your brothers and sisters, man. You can't be sitting off to the sideline. That's why it's a big push, man, right now. Brothers, if you in Delaware, then you need to be in class, man. How long are you gonna be a simp coward, man, and sit back? You're able-bodied. How about that? Sisters, man, look, get in here and cook spaghetti. Do something. Look, you don't want to cook spaghetti? Then find out a way that we can get some. How about that? And then we'll be good to go. Right? Everybody can do something. Because, I mean, when it comes to Esau, we all chip in, don't we? Esau come through. It's just, God is in the room. So now we just got to, get everything done. Right? Now, if we took that same approach to our own nation, get somewhere. The kingdom of heaven cometh not with observation. You got to get out there, boots on the ground, and work. All right? Read it one more time just to let them know where you at, right? Verse 28.
The book of 1 Samuel, chapter 17, verse 28. And Eliab, his eldest brother, heard when he spake unto the men. And Eliab's anger was kindled against David. And he said, why camest thou down hither? Right, because he like, man, y'all sitting out, what y'all sitting out here for? Y'all ain't gonna go fight? And he got mad because they were scared. Right? Keep going. And with whom hast thou left those few sheep in the wilderness? I know thy pride and the naughtiness of thine heart. For thou art come down that thou mightest see the battle. Right, because I remember, like, that's what Cap said, man. Captain Yarzak said, because
When you look in the mirror, you see Goliath. That's what you see. You see that demon Goliath with all that armor on. That what did he say? What talks about 30 shekels of iron, of iron on. You know what I mean? Ugly looking demon. That's in the mirror that you looking at. You won't want to fight. That's your Goliath, right? Let's read on. Matter of fact, skip me up to 34.
Verse 34. And David said unto Saul, thy servant kept his father's sheep, and there came a lion and a bear, and took a lamb out of the flock. And I went out after him, and smote him, and delivered it out of his mouth. And when he arose against me, I caught him by his beard, and smote him, and slew him.
Because we're brothers and sisters that sit here, and we know how to fight our demons, right? We fight our demons, and we're not afraid to fight our demons, right? Just like David wasn't afraid to fight that lion and that bear who came after that lamb. And that's how we have to be in the school. We got to be brothers and sisters that's willing to fight. Now, it's not going to be easy. It's going to be a hard fight. There's going to be no bigger fight, harder fight that you have to fight ever in the truth than fighting yourself. That's what it all boils down to. Go ahead, Mataza.
Another thing, it's kind of off the subject. It's still on the subject, but another thing that I had got from that is David was a good shepherd. I mean, he went out and fought a damn lion. He grabbed a lion by his beard because they took a sheep.
Right.
You know what I mean? We need to be shepherds like that as well. You know what I mean? To be able to have that fight to bring Israel back into the truth.
Right.
You know what I mean?
You want to know why you've been a young man why you've been a young man for 5 years is because you're not willing to fight. You want to know why you've been a trooper for 5 years is because you're not willing to fight. You're fighting, but not enough. Just not enough to just get over that hump. You know why you a sister that don't have your Hebrew name? Because you're just willing to fight, but not enough. You got to get all the way in. You got to dig your feet all the way in the dirt. That's the only way you're going to advance in this truth. That's the way when it talked about the parable of the talents. Because you got a talent because the Lord chose to give you his perspective of how the Lord views the world through the scriptures that we're breaking down right now, that we get to read. We get to see the world through the Lord's perspective. Everybody else can't see that. That's why when they see us, they're like, y'all are the KKK. Or we're taking the scriptures out of context. Yeah, we're taking it out of context. Okay, well, what context is it? Yeah, y'all taking it out of context. And it just so seems that the context always bring us back to loving the oppressor. That's anything that's not about that is out of context. Anything in the scriptures that's not about us coming together with everybody is just out of context, right? But you know what the crazy thing about it is, Qual? Like, don't nobody ever hold anybody else to that. No other nation gets held to that. Nobody says that. Nobody puts the so-called J, right, under the same scrutiny with his Talmud. Nobody says, hey, you got to love everybody, right? People will say that, like if you go and you ask anybody, should the Israelis forgive the Palestinians for what they did? Any Israeli is going to say no. Why? Because they understand what justice is. They understand what it means to fight for their nation and their interests, right? We've been slaves for so long that we don't even have an interest. We sway by whoever's in office. That's how bad we've gotten. Whoever's in the office, that's what we are. If Joe Biden's in the office, then we all about inclusion and diversity training and coming together and loving each other and locking arms with all the nations. Blacks for Palestine, blacks for Israel, blacks for, right? Blacks for everybody. Now, but when Donald Trump gets in office, then it's going to be a new day. Now Black Lives Matter going to pop out. Now they want to pop out now and say something because now everything is going. Look, you know what I want? Look, this might make me vote. If they put DeSantis as the vice president, oh man, I might go down there and vote. I might register to vote. But Donald Trump the president and DeSantis the vice president. It'll be good at racists. The GOP, the good old boys, the GOB, the good old boys is gonna be in office, man. I'm trying to tell you, it's gonna be a new day. And black people are going to be forced to come together because that's the only thing that we respond to. We're very reactive people instead of being proactive. You know what I'm saying? We're and that's what I think that we need to maybe if it doesn't completely wake blacks and Hispanics up by having Donald Trump in office, maybe it'll give us the spark that we need. Right? Maybe the thing that we need to see is we need to clear cut see. But then let me tell you this though, our people are really waking up though. A lot of brothers and sisters that's in the world, they are waking up to what's going on, and they're seeing, and they're not keeping, what's that word called? They're not listening to the things that were told to them by the so-called leadership. They don't give a damn. Look, you see how they going into the store with the trash bag now. Now, I think back, like I said, to when I used to steal. I stole, you steal, and you try to walk out the store like nothing and still get caught. Look, I done walked around the store for half an hour and got it but it don't look like I got nothing. And then you still get caught. And then you got to take a picture with the stuff They fill up the whole trash bag around. They don't even respect. They don't respect the oppressor's kingdom anymore. And so things are changing. We just need to redirect that energy into something that is going to actually be concrete, right? And we need to have organization, and that's what the ISUPK offers: a camp. Israel always was in a camp. I don't know what the heck, what these brothers and sisters is thinking. Israel, whenever it's been war, we've always divided ourselves into camps. Always. When you read about it, right? We've always assembled ourselves together in camps because that's the way that you know, and the rest of us will know if you're adhering to what you're supposed to. How we know what you're doing if you ain't here? How do we know, if you're keeping the commandments? You know what I'm saying? How do we know that you're not just doing whatever you want? And here you're going to get policed. You know what I'm saying? By the brothers that's around you. You're going to get policed by the men that are above you. You know what I'm saying? And that's how you keep everything together, man. You got to get with a congregation, man. All right? Keep going. I think you was at 35. Read 35, now I'm going to be off of it. He said Trump DeSantis might wake us up. It says, seems like we didn't understand, like we don't understand. Thank the Lord I got promoted to an officer in less than a year. Most High in Christ.
We read 35 about, let me see, Salakia, about grabbing him by the beard.
Okay, 30. You can go down to 36.
1 Samuel chapter 17, verse 36. Mm-hmm. Thy servant slew both the lion and the bear. Uh-huh. And this uncircumcised Philistine shall be as one of them, mm-hmm. seeing he hath defied the armies of the living God. Right,
meaning this, man, he wasn't afraid to fight. And that's how we got to be with ourselves. You know what I mean? Like I said earlier, with the water to Captain Yadizak, you know what I'm saying, for breaking this down. But, that's how we got to be. We can't be afraid to fight ourselves, to fight those things that's been holding you back. And only you know those things, right? Only you and the Lord know those things. But whatever it is, you fight that thing, right? And you overcome it and you win, right? Verse 38.
Verse 38. And Saul armed David with his armor, and he put an helmet of brass upon his head. Also, he armed him with a coat of mail. Mm-hmm. And David girded his sword up his armor, and he Salakia essayed to go, for he had not proved it.
He had not what?
He had not proved it.
Well, you know what happened? David didn't prove that. You know what we supposed to do in the truth is we do what's proven to work in the truth, right? And that's what we do. We stick to that. Long as you stick to that, you'll be good to go. You know, what we try to do, we try to be Egyptologists and you still smoking weed. We try to be, what's some other one? Give me some more. We try to be 7-Day Adventists. What? Give me some more.
Moors.
We try to do Moors, but does that stop you from smoking weed? Because when we was at the event doing security, all them cunts, community cats, was in the car hotboxing. You know, all the chakras, all that is not going to get you like, you in there smoking up your chakras. Go ahead.
The new thing I keep seeing is brothers and sisters that do a lot of this weed smoking. They want to take their shoes off and walk on the ground.
Yeah, to grounded. Right. Get grounded. Yeah. But that's not stopping you from smoking weed. Right. You know, what we got to do is we got to do what's been proven, what works, right? And we can see the brothers in here, the sisters in here have been battle tested. You get my point? And that's the way you got to live your life, man. You got to go with what is proven. Egyptology has not proved that it fixed black people. The Nation of Islam hasn't proved that it fixed black people. They strong. They had 2 million man marches. They said justice or else. They had everybody at the justice or else march. And the oppressor been saying, or else what? Sandra Bland. Or else what? Eric Gardner. Or else what? Tamir Rice. Or else what? Antoine Rose, or else what? You get my point? What you talking about? Justice or else what? Justice or else what? That's what I'm here for. I'm here for the or else. Remember they said that? Justice or else. Right. That's what the Nation of Islam said. Had everybody out there at the justice or else march. Right? Matter of fact, let me see if I can pull it up. Justice or else. I remember that. Hold on 1 second. Hold on, let me see. Justice or Else rally. Justice or Else rally. The event was organized by Louis Farrakhan, and participants rallied in support of police reform and to raise awareness about discrimination against black people. Police reform. Have the police been reformed yet? They said justice or else rally. Wow. On the 20th anniversary of the Million Man March, the justice or else. Justice or else. Y'all see, this is crazy. So back to my point, that has been proven that it doesn't work. With all the men, all the men that you can get down and fill up the streets of Washington, D.C., all the men that you can get to put $1 in the box and pass it around, right, and then pass it back up to the front, none of it worked. So what we have to do is we have to go with what is proven, right? The ISUPK is proven to work, and that's what we got to stay with. Just like how the king, he tried to give David, to go to this battle. He tried to equip David with the king's armor, the armor with the good metal. He tried to arm David with that so that David could go to war. But David didn't want to use it because it wasn't proven. You're not going to be able to fight your demons and fight yourself with something that's not proven. Right? Let's go.
Verse 39. Oh, Salakia. Verse 40. It said he didn't prove them. And then Salakia.
Yeah, you can read, and then we're gonna stop at 41.
Khan out of one Khan. You want me to start at 39 again, or just the part where? Okay.
You can go 39 down to 41.
Khan out of one Khan.
All right, no
and
sweat.
David girded I in the bar, sir. And David girded his sword up upon his armor, and he essayed to go, for he had not proved it. And David said unto Saul, I cannot go with these, for I have not proved them. And David put them off. And he took his staff in his hand and chose him 5 smooth stones out of the brook and put them in a shepherd's bag, which he had, even in a scrip. And his sling was in his hand. And he drew near to the Philistine. Verse 41. And the Philistine came on and drew near unto David, and the man that bare the shield went before him.
Why did David? Let me see if I read this. Why was David confident in his sling? Go ahead.
Because he had used it to protect the sheep against the beast in the field.
But bring me back to where we at in class today, where I just said
About proving it.
There you go.
Sir.
That's why
it had been proven to work before.
Right. Now, when it comes to you being in the truth, and you in the ISUPK, you do what's proven to work. You don't do what's not. You don't, go get counsel. If you a sister in the school, you don't go get counsel from your auntie. Right? You get counsel from the school. You don't go and try something that's not proven. Your auntie is not going to give you good advice. Like the general said, you're going to go tell your mom, right, about your marriage and how it's so bad. The only thing she's going to be able to do is tell you to leave, right? You're like, well, he beating me and he doing this and he ain't paying no money and he tearing up the house, he breaking the window. Anybody in the world is going to say you should leave him, right? But that's why you should only go to what's proven. Get counsel, man, and not counsel from people that you just like in the school, right? You got to get counsel from the men of the Lord who is not going to show you and give you what you want to hear. You know what I'm saying? Because that's ultimately what's going to change you. How you get demons, how you beat demons is by getting checked. That's how demons get cast out. If you didn't know, that's how it works. You do something, you get checked on it, and then you change, and that's how that demon gets out of you. For whatever reason that the demon was on you, that you got, counsel on, that's how you fight. You fight yourself by getting counsel. You fight yourself by changing and actually doing the counsel and not wasting everybody's time, that we could be, spending, maybe watching a documentary. How about that? How about a movie? How about, maybe I could, work on this car that never seemed to get worked on. Maybe I could clean up something. Maybe I could give the cat a bath. You know what I mean? Maybe there's something else that you could do, or maybe you could fix that door in the crib that's squeaking. Right. But you know why you can't do it? Because you got to sit on the phone with a brother or sister that just want to hear you talk for 2 hours. They're not willing, they're not trying to fight nothing. They just want you to say, oh, man, I get it. I understand. Everything is right. I totally get it. Well, this is what you should do. And then what happens when you get off the phone? You be like, yeah, Salaki, sir, man, I got locked up last night. We told you to leave. We told you to leave. That's what the brother said. Leave. You don't need to be there. Just leave. Leave. Go somewhere. But what happened? You know what you want to do? You just wanted to stay and argue. And now, we got to come up with the bread to get you bailed out. So at the end of the day, man, that's the thing that you got to fight, man. And let's give the general some time, man, to go to the gym. Let's give him some time to go to the gym and get, and work out. Right? But yeah, look, the general said, look, man, look, everybody just it's gonna be no fighting for 3 hours. All right? No fighting for 3 hours. I'm in the gym and I'm just trying to use the equipment. All right? Because every 2 seconds the phone is ringing. All right? All right, no sweat. I just got two more scriptures. Let me get 2 Ezra 7:50. Let me see which one it is. I know it once I see it.
Ezra.
Ezra's.
You said Salaki, so you said Esdras?
Esdras in the Apocrypha.
Concert.
Okay. Let's see. I know I want 57. I see it. Hold on. It's like it. I know I want 57 now. I think it was like 17 I wanted, 2. Okay, let me start at 2nd Ezra 7. Well, we can start let's start at 6. And it's going to go 2nd Ezra 7 and 6 down to 9. And then we'll skip down to 57. All right? It was just two points I wanted to make real quick.
The book of 2nd Ezra, chapter 7, verse 6. There's also another thing. A city is builded and set upon a broad, a broad field, and is full of all good things. Verse 7.
This is a vision about, what the kingdom of heaven would be. You know what I mean? Like it's a city that's built on a hill, right? But in order to be able to obtain this, you're going to have to fight to get it, right? Meaning that you're going to have to go out there and get it on. That's what the whole thing is about. The whole thing is a fight. It's an aggressive fight too. It's not like, we're going to, will yourself into the kingdom of heaven. You think the Lord is going to give you the glory of running the kingdom of heaven? And you're scared to go out now? You can't even go out on the street, and we're not even resisting on the blood. And the Lord you think that just because you're a commandment keeper, you're gonna go, you're gonna be able to get to the kingdom of heaven and rule. No, you're not, because you're not even battle tested, right? You haven't even been battle tested. How are we gonna? And how would anybody follow somebody who's never been to war? You know what I mean? Who can follow somebody like that, right? Read on.
Khan Adawan Khan. Verse 7. The entrance thereof is narrow and is set in a dangerous place to fall, like as if there were a fire on the right hand and on the left a deep water.
That's the path of this truth. It's narrow. It's not like, like wide. How like people try to make it wide? They try to make it wide by saying, well, if you just soften up the message, more people will come. That's wide, right? We got sisters in here that's in here and they heard the message and we didn't have to switch it up, right? There's brothers in here that's in here and we ain't have to switch nothing up. So what we gonna switch it up to get Waka Flocka in here? We want Waka Flocka in here, so now we got to switch up the message so we can get more rappers in here. Come on, man. That's not what the truth is about. The truth ain't about that. The truth is about telling people what they don't want to hear. And if they don't want to hear it, then that's just that. Either way, it's the truth. It's the truth of the Most High. That's it, right? You ain't supposed to be in here with no dreads in your head, because dreads come from another nation. We're extremists in here. You know what I mean? We only deal with us. We don't deal with none of the other stuff. You know what I mean? And people, they just say, well, if you just, so then what do you get to make the gate wide? You let everybody in with dreads. So then you go, it goes back to the scripture, you trimming your ways to seek love. So they say, you know what? Black people don't want to learn no Hebrew. So you know what? We'll get rid of all the Hebrew. We'll get rid of the Hebrew. And, black people, they don't like that star of Molech. So we'll get rid of the star. We'll get rid of the shield. You get my point? And then we'll make something that makes the gate wide. Right? Go ahead, Mataza Pa.
I was about to say, the crazy thing is Israelites that's making the gate wide. Like, you'll see Israelites now wearing tzitzis. You'll see Israelites bringing Edomites in the Passover. You see them dreads, shape-ups. Like, you literally see Israelites, or so-called Israelites.
Just a tad,
making the gate wide. You know what I mean?
Right, making the gate wide. Can you say that one more time?
Like, it's Israelites that's making the gate wide. You know what I mean? Like, you'll see these Israelites, and and the crazy thing is they be influential. They might have a following, and then you'll start seeing them do something weird like tzitzis, or you'll see them start to wear like fringes, or you'll start to see them wear dreads, just because they want to have numbers.
Right, and at the end of the day, that makes the path wide, not narrow, right? That's what we're fighting for. I tell people all the time, I'm not fighting just to get to the kingdom of heaven. I'm fighting so that I have a good spot in the kingdom of heaven. I want to be over some cotton fields. I don't want to be, the brother that got to come up with a scheme, to get some money together. You know what I mean? I don't want to do that. I want to be on top. And that's what I fight for. That's why I stand on my feet. My feet hurt. You think my feet don't hurt? But brothers do it, and we do it gracefully. We give up our Saturdays until Christ returns. We fight this fight, and we keep it moving, and we don't stop, and we're unwavering, even if it means, you got two sisters over here. Those two sisters are worth more than 1,000 of those sisters that's in the world. That one brother is worth 5,000 brothers in the world. Who the hell cares? But at the end of the day, we got to make sure that we keep our ranks tight and that we don't allow things to just go weak. Because guess what's going to happen, though, Tosh? Guess what's going to happen? When you try to make it so wonderful for everybody to be here, guess what's going to happen? They still going to leave. They still going to leave. No matter how nice, you can be like, yo, man, go ahead, brother, keep your dreads, man. Keep your dreads. You don't have to say a lick of Hebrew. And guess what? He's still going to leave. Still going to leave. That sister's still going to leave, no matter what you do. You can get on the phone and talk to them for 6-7 hours. Hey, how'd you find the truth? Why we Israelites? They not coming to class. That's how it is, man. So wouldn't it be best to just give it to them the way that it's supposed to be? And then you're going to be here if you're not, or you're not. It's best to just do it like that. Keep that gate narrow. Keep that road narrow. Because they're going to stay or they're going to leave anyway. There's nothing you can do. All right, let's go. Keep reading.
Verse 9. If this city now were given unto a man. Oh, Salakia, I think I was supposed to read verse 8.
No sweat.
Verse 8. And one only path between them both, even between the fire and the water, so small that there could but one man go there at once.
Right, that's how narrow it is.
Verse 9. If this city now were given unto a man for an inheritance, if he never shall pass the danger.
Never saw what?
Pass the danger set before it. How shall he receive this inheritance?
Right. How are you going to get it? You're not going to get it unless you're willing to fight yourself. Fight that man in the mirror. After it's all over, after the night's over, when you take your headpiece off, and you standing there, all the glasses is off, and now you looking in the mirror. If you a sister, that head wrap come off. As soon as the head wrap come off, that's when the demon come out, right? As soon as the head wrap is off, that's you. You know what I'm saying? That's really you. When you look in the mirror, that's you. And you have to fight you. Because it's easy for us to go out and fight everybody else. But it's far harder to fight yourself. And that's what this whole class is about. You know, and the water to Captain Yatazak, man, for helping get, helping with the understanding of it. You know what I'm saying? It's like, that's really what the fight is. It's you. And you can fight those things that you might think is the hardest things to fight. You can still fight them. You just got to be willing to go into battle the same way David was willing to go up against Goliath. Because that Goliath is, when you look in the mirror, that's who you see. Hey, we're talking about Goliath standing like this. And you got to be willing to fight him. All right, go ahead, keep reading. But how are you going to get that unless you go through danger, man? Unless you fight and to be able to obtain that. Go ahead.
Oh, Slakia. Verse 10. And I said, it is so, Lord. Then said he unto me, even so also is Israel's portion.
Right, and that's the kingdom of heaven. All right? The ability to receive the kingdom of heaven, should I say. All right, no sweat. Skip me down to 57.
Khan Adawan Khan. It's still in second address, right?
Yeah.
The book is
7 and 57.
Khan Adawan Khan. The book is second Esdras, chapter 7, verse 57.
Mm-hmm.
Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle.
Right, because the battle, guess where the battle is? Where's the battle, Kohal? Where's the battle?
Oh, for the individual?
Yes.
It's on earth.
Right, but give me where the battle is specifically.
Oh, it's with you. Is that what you mean?
Right,
Okay.
But where specifically?
In the truth?
No.
Oh,
Where's the battle at? Go ahead. Right there.
Okay, Salakia.
The battle is right here.
Right.
Right?
Right.
Because that's where you're gonna make your decisions at. It's all right here, and that's what you're fighting in the truth. I remember General Hodge used to break that down, and he used to say that's where the battle is. It's right in your mind. You can sit in these classes all day, but if you're not gonna fight yourself, then you just in class every day. You know what I'm saying? That's what it is. You're just in class every day. Both sides of Christ. For you being here. But what we want to do is we want to change. We want to make sure that we change ourselves. We want to make sure that what we're doing here, we're not wasting time. Brothers put miles on their car. You charging yours up, right? You charging it up to get here. But whatever it is you got to do to get here, you want to make sure that you're doing it because we're actually making progress. You know what I mean? And you're making progress within yourself. Because ultimately, at the end of the day, more brothers are going to come in and look to you for the example. More sisters are going to come in and look to you for the example. But how are you going to be an example if you haven't, figured out how to fight yourself yet? You know what I mean? Because ultimately what will happen is you'll just end up leaving or, you can't pretend for too long. I didn't seen that. I seen brothers, man. Brothers be like in here, like the shalom, you know what I mean? Shalom, right? And then leave. Brothers sit in here and get all the brotherhood classes and then leave and don't have no brotherhood. How do you think that make the brothers feel that actually really believe in it? How do you think that make the sisters feel that actually believe in the sisterhood when you don't want to have none? Right? So at the end of the day, man, that's what it's about. It's about fighting yourself. Read it one more time, and then I'm going to be gone.
Khan Adawan Khan. The book of second Esdras, chapter 7, verse 57.
Mm-hmm.
Then answered he me and said, this is the condition of the battle, which man that is born upon the earth shall fight.
Right. Nobody in the world, they don't want to fight the battle. You know what they're going to do? They're going to be right in there decking the halls with boughs of holly. They're going to be in the mall buying everything out the mall. Right? And that's just because nobody wants to fight. But you're here because you decided to. So the one thing that you have to do is keep fighting, man. And and remember, everything that you do is forged in fire. Remember what the Lord said? You know what I mean? paraphrasing, of course. You know what I mean? About the gold is forged in fire, man. You know what I mean? And it comes with pain. Pain. It's painful not to smoke if you've been a smoker for a long time. If you were addicted to pills and things like that, it's painful. And nobody wants to fight. That's why everybody just become crackheads or dope fiends or whatever. You know what I mean? Because it's just too hard to fight. But we have chosen to pick up that fight. And that's why the Lord gave us the ability to be able to obtain the kingdom of heaven. But ultimately, at the end of the day, the biggest fight that you're going to have is yourself. And if you're not willing to fight yourself, then you already lost the battle. With that being said, man, I'm going to pass the class over to Priest and Officer Mataziala. Oh, I got you. It's a lot, yeah.
All right, CPK security announcements. Rules for new brothers and sisters. When a new brother and sister comes to the school, they're off limits for 6 months. They are to be saluted only. They're here to learn and show themselves of the world. If they need transportation, the teacher will arrange it. After 6 months, if a brother or sister is interested in a particular person, they are to seek counsel from the head. Tithes, which is a commandment. Numbers 18:21, Malachi 3:8-10, means tenth in Hebrew. Ma'ashra, that's 10% of every penny of any increase will give you. Priest funds, free will offering for the priest. It's not mandatory. It's whatever amount you'd like to donate. Upcoming holy convocations, we have the dedication, which is Thursday. This Thursday.
That's right.
It will be held at 202 North DuPont Boulevard, the Smyrna location, our Smyrna school. We will have the Feast of Dedication. It's still in the Smyrna school.
Yep.
Correct? It's in the Smyrna school. So this Thursday, make sure you come out. It's a high holy day. It's seven.
No, I think it's a holy convocation.
Holy convocation.
Yeah.
Most time correct. All right. So just come out. You know, and don't come empty-handed. Come, bring something.
Yeah.
All right. If anyone wants to be a trooper in the school, start wearing all black boots, shirt, pants, headband, and scarf. With that being said, men of Israel, Amazing, you need to stand. Men of Israel, Amazing Shabbat, Amazing, Barak.
Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shah Barakatah.
Yahweh Sorry, we need to turn. We're going to get a sister courtesy salute. Sister Amazing, if we can stand. Men of Israel, Amazing Shabbat, Amazing, Barak.
Yahweh Shemal Lathan Ba Hashem Yahweh Shah.
That's me.
I see what you about to be doing.